Good day everyone. So welcome sa panibagong math tutorial natin. So today ang i-discuss natin ay tungkol sa addition and subtraction of fraction with common denominator. So bago tayo mag-solve regarding with addition and subtraction, alamin muna natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng fraction. When we say fraction, it is a number written in the form of a over b where a and b are whole numbers but b cannot be zero. So tatandaan natin yung fraction ay whole number. So maring negative, maring positive. Pero take note, yung b natin na hindi pwede maging 0. Bakit bawal maging 0 yung denominator natin? Kasi, if ever po na naging 0 yung denominator natin, therefore, meron na po tayong value na undefined, meaning hindi na siya solvable. Hindi po siya nag-exist. We are not allowed to have 0 as our value of our denominator. So, sana klaro yun, no? So, kapag nagkaroon kayo ng 0 denominator, alam natin na undefined na po yun, no? So, here are the types of fractions that you may encounter as we go along with discussing the operation of fraction, focusing on addition and subtraction. So, we have proper fraction. So, ano po bang ibig sabihin ng proper fraction? It is a fraction whose number is less than the denominator. So, meaning, mas maliit yung numerator value natin kumpara sa denominator. Kung nagkataon na sinunod yun, ang tawag na po doon ay proper fraction. So, tandaan na, pag proper fraction, mas maliit yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. Next is what we call improper fraction. So, pag improper naman, it is a fraction whose numerator is greater than or equal to your denominator. So, meaning, mas malaki na yung numerator natin or posible ring equal kaysa sa denominator. So, again ha, mas malaki na yung numerator kaysa sa denominator at the same time, pwedeng equal yung numerator denominator, under pa rin siya ng improper fraction. And next is the mixed number or mixed fraction. Ano po ibig sabihin ng mixed number or mixed fraction? It is consists of a whole number and then a proper fraction. So, ibig sabihin, it is a combination of whole number and proper fraction. So, hindi pwedeng improper ha. It is the combination of a whole number and proper fraction. And it's used to describe the quantity as greater than 1. So, ibig sabihin, kapag mixed number, whole number at saka proper fraction. Next, another one will be like fraction. Ano naman ibig sabihin ng like fraction? Fractions that have the same denominator. So, magkaparehas po sila ng denominator para masabi natin na like fraction sila. So, kapag tinawag naman natin unlike, syempre, magiging different naman yung kanilang denominators. Okay? So, pag like, parehas ang denominator. Pag unlike, magkaiba yung kanilang denominator. Now, let's proceed to our activity. Now, tignan natin kung ma-identify ba natin yung 5 types na na-identify. Actually, maraming types of fraction. Pero yun lang 5 ang ating i-discuss, no? So, ano pa ang trabaho po natin dito is we need to identify the type of the fractions identify what type of fractions are shown below. So, meaning, identify natin what kind of fraction yung ipapakita natin dito sa activity natin. So, una, we have here 2 and 1/3 or 2 and 1/3. 2, 1 over 3. So, how do we identify this one? Can we consider this one as a proper, mixed, improper, like, or unlike? If your answer is mixed, therefore you are correct. So, this one is a mixed fraction. Why? Because it consists of a whole number, which is 2, and it consists of proper fraction, which is 1 over 3. Next, 11 over 7. What type of fraction is this? The answer is improper fraction. That's correct because, as you can see, mas mataas yung value ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. Next, letter C. 9 over 9. O equal. Kapag equal, ano sila? Improper fraction. Very good. So, kapag equal yon, yung numerator and denominator, babagsak pa rin siya sa improper fraction. Next, letter D. 4 over 5. The answer is proper fraction because mas maliit naman yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. Very good. So, nakakasunod, no? Letter E. 3 over 8 and 2 over 8. What is this? Very good. It is a like fraction. Kapag parehas na po yung denominator, like fraction na siya. Okay? How about this one? 5 over 13 and 6 over 7. Magkaiba ng denominator, so the answer should be unlike fraction. Let's have letter G. 3 and 4 over 5. What is this? Mixed fraction. Very good. Last but not the least, letter H. 1 over 8, the answer is proper fraction because mas maliit na yung numerator kaysa denominator. And that's how you identify the different types of fractions na na-discuss natin yung 5. So, sana klaro na sa inyo yung different phases ng fraction. Nang sa ganun, kapag kayo po ipinag-identify ng mga teachers ninyo o ng mga professors ninyo, alam nyo na kung ano po ang ibig sabihin o ano po ang mga itsura or katangian ng mga fractions na meron tayo. No? Now, since we're done with this, let's proceed now to the addition and subtraction of fractions. So, ano po ba yung rule? So, when we say addition and subtraction of like fraction, ibig sabihin like parehas ng denominator kasi yun po yung ating topic, no? So, pag parehas po yung denominator, ano po kailangan? 2 or more fraction with a common denominator are added or subtracted by adding and subtracting the numerators over the common denominator. So, meaning everyone, makinig. So, kapag addition and subtraction of like fraction, ina-add lang natin o sinusubtract lang po natin yung numerator at kinokopya na lamang po yung ating denominator. So, para mas maging maliwanag, let's have this. So, example, simplify the following. So, let's have 3 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Ang sabi, perform the numerator. So, wala na po kayong tsetse-boretse o wala na po kayong step to be followed. Ang gagawin nyo na lang is simplify your numerator. Okay, so ano mangyari? So, that would be 3 plus 1. So, the answer is 4. And then, simply copy your denominator, which is 5. And take note, dapat simplified. Meaning, dapat wala na siyang lowest term. In our case, 4 and 5 has no common factor. And that's the reason why it is our final answer. So, dapat yun din ang kailangan natin check, no? Kasi dapat nasa simplified form yung ating mga sagot. Kasi kung kayang i-reduce yan, o kayang i-lowest term, ilo-lowest term po natin, i-reduce po natin yan. Next, letter B. 5 over 17 plus 3 over 17 plus 3 over 17. So, what's the answer? So, again, you just focus with the numerator kapag denominator ay magkakapareha. So, 5 plus 3, that would be 8. So, 8 plus 3, that would be 11. And then, just simply copy the denominator, which is 17. And since 11 and 17 are both prime number, therefore, wala na po silang pwedeng maging common factor. So, that would be your final answer. So, makikita nyo po, as much as possible, your answer must be in terms of proper fraction. Dapat mas maliit yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. Letter C. 10 over 21 plus 4 over 21 minus 7 over 21. So, series of operation na to kasi you have two operations involved, no? So, let's start. So, what is 10 plus 4? 14. So, 14 minus 7. So, the answer is 7. Okay? And then, simply copy your denominator, which is 21. So, next thing that we need to do is to observe. Meron bang common factor between 7 and 21? If meron, hanapin natin. So, ano pong common factor ng 7 and 21? Very good. Kung ang sagot nyo po ay 7, that would be correct. So, you can divide your numerator and your denominator into 7. So, 7 divided by 7, the answer is 1. And 21 divided by 7, the answer would be 3. So, therefore, your best answer will not be 7 over 21, but it should be 1 over 3. So, ganun po, no? So, hanggat maaari, kung kaya natin i-reduce po natin. Kasi sila po yung tatawaging best answer. Next, letter D. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5. So, again, pag parehas, you just focus on the numerator. So, 3 minus 1, that would be 2, and simply copy 5. Since 2 and 5, wala na silang common factor, that would be your final answer. How about letter E? 2 over 7 minus 5 over 7 plus 7 over 7. So, 2 minus 5, that would be negative 3. Ayan, 2 minus 5, that would be negative 3. Negative 3 plus 7, that would be positive 4 over 7. And that would be your final answer. Next, letter F. 5 over 18 minus 4 over 18 plus 5 over 18. So, 5 minus 4, that would be 1. 1 plus 5, that would be 6. And copy your denominator, which is 18. And try to observe kung meron silang common factor. Meron po ba? If meron, that would be 6. Because 6 and 18 can be divided by 6. So, 6 divided by 6, the answer is 1. And 18 divided by 6, the answer is 3. So therefore, your final answer would be 1 over 3. Now, let's move on to the different scenario under mixed fractions. So, paano pag ganito, pag mixed fraction? So, let's have 3 and 2 over 4 plus 2 and 1 over 4. So, how do we add that 1? So, again, pare sila ng denominator. So, ang gagawin natin, we simply add those two fractions. So, pag pares ng denominator, madali po talaga yon. So, pag-usapan natin next tutorial kung paano naman ang gagawin kapag magkaiba na sila ng denominator. Okay? So, ano po unang gagawin? So, we need to add your numerator. So, katulad din po kanina, lagi magpo-focus sa numerator. So, 2 plus 1, that would be 3. And you just simply copy your denominator. O, ganun lang po yan, ha. Kinakopya lang talaga po yung denominator kapag pare sila ng denominator. So, ulit, no? So, again, just focus on the numerator. So, 2 plus 1, that would be 3. And simply copy your denominator, which is 4. Now, let's proceed with your whole number. 3 plus 2 will give us 5. So, since wala na silang i-reduce, that would be your final answer. 5 and 3 over 4. Next, how about this scenario? 3 and 3 over 4 plus 8 and 3 over 4. Paano naging iba scenario to? Okay, tingnan natin, no? So, let's start. So, 3 and 3 over 4 plus 8 and 3 over 4. So, first thing that we need to do is to add your numerator. So, palagi yun, no? So, 3 plus 3, that will give us 6. And copy denominator, which is 4. Then, next is the whole number, which is 3 and 8. So, 3 plus 8, that would be 11. So, the answer right here is 11 and 6 over 4. And take note, ang sabi dun sa definition ng mixed fraction, a mixed fraction is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. So, dapat proper fraction. So, ma-observe natin dito na yung ating fraction ay hindi po proper because ito ay improper kasi mas mataas po yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. Kasi yung numerator natin ay 6, ang denominator natin ay 4. So, hindi siya akma sa ibig sabihin ng mixed fraction. So, may kailangan tayong gawin. Ano yon? We must divide your improper fraction. So, your numerator must be inside the box o half box and your denominator with the 4 will be outside the half box. So, mangyari, nandyan siya. Yung 6, yung numerator ay nasa loob, yung 4 na denominator ay nasa labas. So, paano yan? 4 divided by 6. O, ilang 4 ang meron sa 6? Isa. Very good. So, 1 times 4, that would give us 4, and then subtract. 6 minus 4, that would be 2. So, ano pong kinalaman yan? Yung red dyan, yung sagot, yung red na sagot natin kanina, yung 1, ay i-add natin sa whole number na 11. Kaya, mangyayari dyan, instead of 11, magiging 12. Ganun po yan, no? So, again, come from 11, naging 12 because may 1 tayo na sagot dito sa taas. Yun po yung purpose, no, na kaya natin siya dinidivide para malaman natin kung ilan po yung i-add natin sa whole number natin. So, 11 plus 1, that would be 12. And your remainder right here, itong remainder natin na 2, ay siyang magiging numerator at yung pinang-divide ay siya pa rin magiging denominator. Kaya maging 2 over 4. So, the answer would be 12 and 2 over 4. But, you try to observe the fraction area. The fraction area right here is 2 over 4. And 2 over 4 can be reduced. Pwede pang i-reduce yung 2 over 4. What's the common factor of 2 over 4? O 2 and 4? The common factor is 2. So, you can divide by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, the answer is 1. And 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. So, that's the reason why the answer or the final answer should be 12 and 1 half. Paano po nangyari ng 1 half? Ulitin po natin. 2 divided by 2, the answer is 1. And 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. So, that would be your final answer, 12 and 1 half. No? Next, how about this scenario? I. It's given to proceed with letter I, no? So, this one naman is subtraction. So, anong kinaibahan nito sa una? Medyo komplikado siya kasi magbabarrow-barrow kayo dito. So, paano yan? So, 3 and 1/4 minus 1 and 3 over 4. Now, let's proceed with your numerator. So, pansinin nyo po. Can we subtract 1 to 3? Actually, no, so, nung elementary tayo, bawal yun. Kasi sabi pa nga ng teacher natin, cannot be. So, pag na-reading natin yung cannot be, may sumusunod na word eh. which is borrow. So, ganun po yung gagawin natin. Kasi sa algebra, pwede naman yung 1 minus 3, negative ang sagot. Pero dito, sa pagsasagot sasagot natin dito sa given, just as much as possible, we are not allowed to have negative values. Alright? As much as possible, no? So, mangyari, we borrow. So, pag cannot be, we borrow. So, paano yun? So, 3 and 1/4. So, minus 1 and 3 over 4. So, sabi nyo kanina, o na-observe natin, na yung 1 and 3 hindi po pwedeng i-minus kasi mag-negative. So, ang gagawin po natin, we borrow from the whole number. Kasi hindi pwede yung 1 eh. So, we borrow 1 from our whole number. So, yung 3 ay magiging 2. So, mababawasan na siya ng isa. Anong kapalit nung isa na yon? Mag-add tayo ng 4 over 4. Bakit 4 over 4? Ang daming number, bakit 4 over 4? Nakarelate po tayo sa value ng ating denominator. Kung ano po yung denominator natin, siya yung magiging value nito. Since 4 yan, kaya yung numerator ay 4, denominator ay 4. Bakit? If you gonna divide 4 divided by 4, the answer is 1. Which is the value of 1 is what we borrow from the value of 3. So, doon natin kinuha yung 1 sa value ng 3. Kaya yung 3 naging 2. So, mangyari, no? Yung whole number na 3 magiging 2 at we need to add the numerators na. So, 1 plus 4, the answer is 5 and you just simply copy your denominator which is 4. So, malinaw na, no? Ang ginawa natin, we borrow from the whole number. Nangihiram po tayo. At yung pinang-add po natin ay nakadepende kung ano po yung denominator na meron tayo. Para pag sinimplify natin, babalik po yun sa 1. Okay? Next, we simply copy the operation, which is subtraction, and the value of our mixed fraction, which is 1 and 3 over 4. Now, may question ako. Pwede na bang i-minus yung 5 minus 3? Pwede na. So, ayan, yun po yung purpose of borrowing a value to another value. So, yun po yung concept na, no? So, 5 minus 3, that would be 2. And then, copy your denominator, which is 4. Next is the whole number. 2 minus 1 will give us 1. And you try to observe your fraction. Ano napansin sa fraction? It can be reduced. It can be simplified. So, ano mangyari? You divide both sides by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, the answer is 1. And 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. So, that's the reason why our answer would be 1 and 1/2. Right? So, that's all, no? So, yun po yung discussion natin when it comes sa addition and subtraction of fraction involving different scenario with common denominator. So, sana marami ulit kayong natutunan sa YouTube math tutorial natin. Kung naguluhan, from time to time, pwede nyong balikan, i-pause, at i-rewind, i-replay. Sa ganun, ma-master po natin yung operation ng fraction under addition and subtraction with common denominator. So, muli, this is Math Turo. Huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe, pindutin ang notification bell, at huwag na rin mahiyang mag-like, no? At i-share na rin sa inyong mga classmates. Para nang sa ganun, dumami tayo sa ating channel at sa ganun, maraming maabot ng video na to. So, maraming salamat po. Muli, this is Math Turo. Thank you and God bless.